Hey all, today I'm going to go over how I clean my Ice Barrel 300, and I clean it and refill it every 28 days. Um, but it takes like 3 or 4 days to get the temperature down under 50 degrees, the way I do it with ice blocks. Um, so, depending on if it's indoor or outdoor, you might have to do it sooner, and also how many people use it. With me, it's just me. I'm the only one that uses it, and it's inside, so it stays pretty clean for the most part. And I use this to just scoop anything out daily when I use it. And I'll also show you what chemicals I use to sort of keep it clear and clean for that length of time. So again, depending on how much you use it and how many people, if it's indoor or out, you can tell for yourself, how often you need to drain it, clean it, and refill. So let's get started. So yeah, it's still real clean. It could go a few more days, but I'm going to stay on schedule, and it's a 28 day, so we'll go ahead and do it. Basically, you just hook up a hose to the drain spout right here, and then open the spout and let it drain. Okay, I've got the hose hooked up here to the spout. Put a towel under it just to catch any drips there if the hose is a little loose. And you just open the spout and let gravity do its thing. And there it goes, draining. I'm fortunate to have this set up here just outside the garage. We've got the drain right there, and my ice barrel is just right here, real close. So it's really convenient and easy to clean. So yeah, it's draining, and we'll let that go, and I'll be back. So it's been about 18 minutes, and this is where we are, just about halfway empty. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. It's been almost an hour, and it's pretty much empty. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it over to the drain the rest of it, and then clean it. I put that towel down just to keep from scratching the surface of the ice barrel. But I've been really happy with this one. Made the right choice. I looked at a lot of cold plunges, mud tub, ice barrel, the original one, but I ended up with this one, and I've been really happy with it. It's perfect for me. It's perfect. I'll do a video of the setup I have. So once I have it there, I just go ahead and rinse it out and set it back up. I just rinse out the old water and then I set it back upright. So I just use a little bit of Pine Sol. This one has a nice smell to it. Kill any germs and bacteria. And then a little bit of Dawn soap. And I use this brush to clean it all out real good. You don't really need much. So I put in about that much water and then just start brushing it up real good. Up here at the water line, you get a little bit of staining residue. Doesn't really stain, it's more of a, whatever you call it, little gunk along the top line of it. Okay, I'll pour it all out and rinse it out real good. Okay, I've washed it out real good. I'm just going to rinse it off. Rinse it real well. Okay, so it's ready to fill back up with clean water, and I wanted to show you this filter I use, and it was recommended by David Moss Jr. And while I'm mentioning him, he's got a great YouTube channel, talks about everything cold plunging. He does reviews of cold plunges, brands, and he does DIY videos on setting up chillers for these, ice barrel and other cold plunges. So you can set up a chiller so you don't have to use ice like I do all the time. But that's a great option. I'm planning to do one. Total cost, if you do it yourself, it's around $800, $900 at the most. Going by David's videos. So I'll put a link in the description to his channel, but definitely check out David Moss Jr. He's really good, does great reviews, and he's got good information on cold plunging. Okay, so I've got this hooked up to the hose. I'm just going to drop it in here and fill it up, and I'll set a timer, give us an idea how long it takes to fill up the Ice Barrel 300. By the way, if you get one of these, the first time you use it, be sure to spray it out in the yard, because the filter will shoot out some stuff. I guess it's a coal filter, and it cleans itself out. Spray it out into the yard or somewhere for a few minutes, get all that out so you don't get it in your ice barrel. Okay, we're back. It's been about 8 minutes and it's filling up pretty quickly. So pay attention to this part. You don't want that water overflowing and getting all over everything. But anyway, I try to fill it up to like somewhere around here, and that'll give me a little bit of room to add the ice, and when I get in it, not overflow. So while it's filling up, I wanted to talk about additives, what I put in it to keep it sort of clean and clear while I use it. I started out using just hydrogen peroxide, 3% hydrogen peroxide. David Moss Jr. recommended that, and this is the one I use. And I put about a quarter cup once I fill it up, and then I also use Ice Barrel Stabilize, and I put 1.5 teaspoons of this in there. So this is what I started with, and it did fine, you know. But then I found some more information. I found a video where this other person recommended something else, so I switched. This is what I currently use, and it seems to be keeping the Ice Barrel more clear and smells fine and clean throughout the 25 days or so that I use it. So this one, the enzyme clarifier, I just use 1 teaspoon, put that in there. And then the sanitizer, I use 1 tablespoon. So I think I got these from Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description. I will also put a link in the description for the hydrogen peroxide food grade. It needs to be food grade since you're going to be getting in it. And then of course the stabilizer, you can get it from Ice Barrel, or I think Amazon has it too. Okay, so I'll go ahead, while it's filling up here, almost done, I'll go ahead and I'll add a little bit of chemicals that I use. I've got a little measuring thing here. One tablespoon for the sanitizer, 1 tablespoon. And then 1 teaspoon for the enzyme clarifier. 1 teaspoon. Okay, it's almost full to the point where I like to have it. I try to get it up to like right here, just about 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch more. But I'm going to go ahead and add ice, and then I might add a little bit more water. Okay, so back when I bought the Ice Barrel, I got a pretty good deal. They were running a Black Friday special, I think, something like that, and I think I got it for a little bit over $1,000. And then at the same time I bought this freezer. It was only like $300. And then what I do is fill it up with these ice blocks. So, and that's what I'll put in the ice barrel here. But I do want to say, before I cleaned this a day or so ago, what I did was empty all the ice and then refill them and put them back in here, because they'll take, since the water is warm from the hose, they'll take a day or two to freeze up. So while they were freezing, I was planning to clean the ice barrel 300. So that's where we are right now. The ice blocks have, for the most part, frozen now, so I'm going to put those in. But I didn't want to use the ice that was already in there, because that was dirty water or used water from the ice barrel. Because the way I do this is empty out the ice blocks and then fill them back up with the water in the ice barrel, which is really convenient. You know, everything's right here. So like I said, I'm pretty fortunate to have everything so close by here. One thing to note, if you put when you put the freezer in, if you get one of these, you know, just something really simple that I forgot to do, make sure the door opens in the direction where it's convenient to get in and out here. When I first put this together, the door was opening the other way, so I have to kind of walk around the door every time to put ice in and out of the freezer. So anyway, just a little detail to pay attention to. So the freezer was like $300. The ice barrel cost me like say $1,050 or so, somewhere around there. So the whole thing is like $1,350, where you know, they can be pretty expensive, the cold plunges. If you get one with a chiller or whatever, they're kind of pricey. So that's where I am, and it's worked really well for me. Again, I might add a chiller. That's another $800. So in the long run, you know, we'll see. It's pretty cost effective, and the ice barrel is a perfect size for me. So we'll go ahead and put the ice in and kind of wrap things up. So I've got these bigger blocks. I think I got these from Amazon. I just put those in and let them sit. They're not quite completely frozen. Those two are not. The two at the bottom are. Then I've got these smaller ones. I got those at on Amazon too, but Ice Barrel sells these. I think they're about that size. So I get everything out, so I'm not leaving the freezer open a long time. These two are real well frozen, so I'll drop those in here, let them sit. The water is a little bit warm, so like I said, it's going to take 2 or 3, a couple of days, 3 maybe, to get the temperature under 50. So I try to keep it between 42 degrees and 50 degrees. And in the winter, of course, it's really easy, and they can get down close to 40 degrees, and that's really cold for me. I also have these bottles of water, like 6 of them. I drop in there. So like I was saying, you just put that in there and then fill it right back up. Everything's real convenient right here. So once you get the temperature down to 50, it's real easy to maintain it. I just every day though, I put all this ice in here, either in the morning before I jump in it or evening. So that's kind of where we are. I'll put these back in here. Okay, these don't want to come out, so what I do is just put them on the floor upside down and then put this towel on top here and step on it just to get it out. So the level turned out to be almost exactly where I want it to be, but I can add a little bit more, so I'm going to add just a tiny bit more water from the hose, and when I get in it with my body taking up room and all, the water will rise to about here, so like right here. So that's kind of perfect where it is for my body mass. Okay, we're all done. So as far as the ice, I'll repeat that, freezing and then putting it back for 2 or 3 more days to get the temperature down. I don't really like to get in it when it's over 50 degrees. So I wait, and then once it gets around 50, I start plunging in the morning. Also, I forgot the rubber ducky. This little guy here tells me what the temperature is. So I'll drop him in. Okay. Yeah, like I said, check out David Moss Jr.'s channel. It's really good. He's a great guy. He's a real YouTuber, not like me. But and I also recommend the Ice Barrel 300 or any of their products. They're a great company. This thing here is super durable. You can beat it up, it'll last. It's well insulated. You know, of course they have other models, other ice barrels, but this is the one I went with, and it's been perfect for me with that freezer. So check them out. Yeah, they're a great company. One thing I would say, when I first got it, the spigot there was leaking a little bit, and so since I have it inside, that was going to be an issue, but I contacted them and they sent me a whole kit with the wrench and everything, and instructions. It was really easy to replace. Took care of that and haven't had any issues since. So yeah, check it out. Check out Cold Plunge, and thanks for watching the video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer everything to the best of my ability. So good luck if you start cold plunging. It's great. It's been really good for me. You know, being older and all, it's helped with back pain and hip pain, and helped me get a really good workout in too. So again, thanks for watching, and like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Try to help grow the channel, and let's help us old people keep that old man out. Thank you all. Bye now.